was a skill bridger just recently. I think he's on day two, right, at US Vets or something. I wanted him to come on to sort of share his experience as well. But these guys are just doing amazing work for military veterans and their families, and they have an incredible offer that they're going to make to you today. So I'll let Dylan, why don't you go first and just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about US Vets.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you again, Jordy, so much for having us. Hi, everyone. It's nice to see everyone. I hope everyone's having a good start to the week so far. We won't take too much of your time, but just a quick, run through of the program and specifically what we want to talk to you guys about today. So as Jordy mentioned, we're with US Vets. We're actually one of the nation's largest veteran nonprofit organizations. We have a couple different locations countrywide. Ourselves are located in California. We have a few locations in California. And as Jordy also mentioned, we have a couple different wraparound services that we offer. We have a program committed to career development for veterans. We have residential housing sites. We have a couple programs committed to mental health outreach, a program committed to women's veterans. We offer free legal services as well every Tuesday and Thursdays. So we do have a couple wraparound services, and we try to offer as much help as we can, events as we can. If we don't offer it in-house, we do referrals all the time and we partner up with a lot of other organizations. But the main thing that we wanted to talk to you about today is the program that myself and Travis are a part of, which is the Career Development Initiative Program. And as the name would suggest, it's career development for veterans, right? So we're helping veterans with anything relevant to employment. On the forefront, that's usually resume writing, interview preparation, helping you guys with your LinkedIn pages, information regarding events, hiring fairs, resource fairs, training opportunities, paid training opportunities, anything and everything under the sun relevant to employment is fair game from us. And we're happy to try to provide as many resources as we can to support veterans in their search. So that's what we do on the forefront. On the back end, one of the interesting things that we can do, and one of the main things that we want to talk to you guys about today, is we have a grant through the Call of Duty Endowment that allows us to give any veteran that is recently employed, say within the last 3 months, and that's full-time employment, that's part-time employment, that's work study programs. If you're going to school and you get like a work study contract through your VRC, skill bridge, basically anything, if you're working and you're getting compensation for it and you have some type of formalized offer letter or something from that employer, just documenting that that's what you're doing, you qualify for this grant through the Call of Duty Endowment. And what the grant allows us to do is we can give $150 reimbursement to any veteran that qualifies. And that's a reimbursement that can go to anything employment relative. So you can sign up, we can help you pay for shoes, we can reimburse you for clothes that you got, equipment, um, anything employment relative. So as long as you don't bring receipts for like margarita mix or something like that, or tequila or something like that, unless you're like a bartender, a mixologist or something, anything employment relative is fair game. So that's one of the options. What most veterans opt to do is we can also order them a gas card for $150. Quick turnaround time on that. Just comes an email. You just download like the app on your phone, a Shell app on the phone, and then you can redeem it from there. But it's very convenient. It's grant donated money again through the Call of Duty endowment. So if any of you here have ever played the game Call of Duty, have at least heard of it, you might have seen their insignia on some of their more recent games. And so a lot of the proceeds that they make from that game go directly to this fund. So we are constantly looking for veterans that are, want to take advantage of this, 100% free. Last year alone, we gave the grant to about 205 veterans, job seekers that were just recently employed. They were able to get a gas card. We reimbursed them for some clothes that they bought. It's we of course we wish we could give, more. We wish we could give thousands, but a small bit of $150 still helps out. That's good for,
Absolutely.
taking a half of gas first week of the commute to the job. And it's great. And again, it's just one of those things that's just sitting there. And if it doesn't get used, it's just
Goes
a shame
away.
because if there's not enough people that can take advantage of it, it's going to get taken away, right?
We
So
can help with that. Guys, who wants some gas cards? Come on, man. This is amazing. Amazing. Like these, we were just talking earlier about going to career fairs. So there are a couple of guys are going to, a couple of the folks are going to be heading out for that. But what an amazing, what an incredible thing that you guys are doing with Call of Duty. And thank you. Thank you so much for thinking of us and our students, man. That means a lot to us. It does. Every little bit helps, I know.
yeah, absolutely. And we
Yeah.
do this for people, veterans all across the board, right? So I mean, just
Yep.
last week alone, we had three two young Marines and one Army veteran come in that are going to be doing the LAPD skill bridge.
Yeah.
They came in, we enrolled them, right? They have, the letter that they got through skill bridge, so that qualifies. We do just require also something that proves military service, right, to prove you're a veteran. A lot of veterans, that's usually D214. If you don't have one, a statement of service works just fine, as long as we can prove that you're military and what branch you in and stuff like that.
Yep.
Our enrollment process, super fast too, 20, 30 minutes. And the beauty of it is you can do it fully online. You don't have to come in person at all. We can send you everything you need via links. DocuSign works just fine for us. We
Yeah,
don't have
that's
to
so great.
connect at any point. So yeah,
What link should we direct them to?
yeah, I can
You
go ahead and drop it.
throw it in the
Yeah,
chat there?
yeah, absolutely. I can go ahead and drop the link in the chat. Um, it starts with a short online assessment. That takes about 5 minutes to knock out. Um, and on that assessment, it will actually ask in there to upload DD-214 resume and ID. You can do a statement of service again, whatever it is. Um, but
Do you
that's
guys
just
all
the,
have that statement of service? They should, right? You guys, I'm not.
Yeah, I know for the
That,
Air Force people, you go to the virtual MPF and there's a proof of service drop
okay.
down at the top. I assume each service, if you're still in, has a similar thing. I just
Good.
don't know for Army, Navy,
Yep.
Marine.
I'm going to go
So,
ahead and drop in my email as well. Um, Ideally, if you guys are interested, which I hope you are, because again, we're always looking for veterans that will take advantage of it. If you guys are interested, if you could reach out to me or Travis. Travis, if you don't mind, maybe just dropping your email in the chat as well. Reach out to either of us, and then we can just connect about the details and everything, get you guys through the whole process. Very simple, but we can
perfect.
just
If they
get
get
you from
stuck,
step to step to step. Yeah.
if they do, would it be all right, Dylan, if they try to do it first on that link and then they reach out if they're having
Yeah.
problems, just so you're not bombarded?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
So
all.
actually, one thing to mention, what just one of the main reasons I mentioned reaching out via email first is because on the application, if you guys are looking at right now, at the bottom, you'll notice it asks what's the office location nearest you. Despite where you guys may be geographically, we'd ask that you pick the option that says Los Angeles Patriotic Hall, because if you pick that option and when you complete the application, it will come straight to our inboxes.
Perfect.
So as soon as you're done, it'll come right to us. We usually specify in the emails that we send out to our clients, like, hey, make sure you pick this location.
Yeah.
A lot of them will pick Long Beach or some other location. It's not a huge deal. We just have to reach out to that site to pull it from them. But
No, we'll make it
ideally,
easy for you. No,
yeah.
that's great. Um, this is amazing. So you just need the statement of service, your skill bridge, what approval letter from their command saying they're doing this?
Yeah, I mean the full
Okay.
process from start to finish would be the online application, which is going to ask for some type of statement of service, a copy of a resume. It can be, an updated one, it can be an old one, no big deal, an ID. Once we get that application, then Travis or myself will send you guys about 5 onboarding documents that you just fly through. That takes about 10 minutes. And then after that, the last piece that we need would be that letter, right? Email, something confirming, hey, this is the veteran, this is the position that they're starting on this date. And again, full-time, part-time, paid training, skill bridge, work study, anything that you're getting compensation for and working. And then after that, all you have to do is decide, do you want to send us receipts for something you purchased for the job, and then we send a check in the mail, or do you want to do a gas card?
And you
You know,
care if they choose the gas card seems very easy, and I assume everyone drives, so
yeah,
that's
yeah,
easier and you
yeah,
don't care. Okay.
yeah. I mean, we usually recommend the gas card just because the turnaround is a little faster. Now, full
Yeah.
disclosure, I do technically, have to say, it can take up to about a month and a half. With the gas card, though, turnaround time's usually like a week or two.
That's
Just
great.
depends on the caseload. But, I've never seen it take too long. With the receipts, because it's a check in the mail, it's subject
Longer.
to
Yeah.
however long the check's going to take to get to you guys.
Good.
But so yeah, gas card's quicker. And I mean, those aren't the only options. We've done, like Uber gift cards for, a veteran that just happened to work
Yeah.
better for them in their circumstance. Um, there was a time where we were also doing the orders ourselves on Amazon. The veteran just said what they needed, and then we sent it to the address that they clarified. Um,
This is
but
clean, low, and easy. This is all, I can't thank you enough for this. What a really nice thing that you guys are doing for this community. Does anyone have any questions for Dylan or Travis? I want to ask them a couple questions about their story. So any questions about the process of getting the award before I go on? And he just write down, copy down their emails too. So copy both their emails and that link so you can reach out to them with questions. We're not gonna, don't go through Seven Eagle because we're not gonna know the answers. And then copy down Los Angeles Patriotic Hall
Thing.
if
And
you're
then
gonna do. Okay,
and Jordy, what I can do is I can send you an email with like some flyers attached or
perfect.
something if you can distribute it to all the attendants too
You
afterwards.
got it, man. Absolutely. And Timothy read my mind. So I want to know, let's start with you, Travis. You just got out of Skillbridge. Tell everyone a little bit about your story. What was Skillbridge like for you? What was your job search like? And what you're looking forward to in this next chapter.
First of all, hey, hello everyone. This is actually pretty cool for me because this is full circle effect. Um, for me, I made the decision to get out of the service years before I even got out. And then so I'm a Marine veteran. I did 10 years in the Corps. At about 9.5 years, I started that process to transition out of the Marine Corps. I missed my window to go to an actual skill bridge to work on that process to get into a specific career certification or anything like that. But truth be told, I chose to not do a skill bridge because I wanted to save my GI Bill for actual college, and then just let the Corps pay for me while I'm there. Um, and then I actually ran into one of the other skill bridges that's in the program. She's actually one of my younger Marines. Well, she was one of my younger Marines, and she told me about this program. She about Seven Eagle, and I was already in like three other organizations trying to figure out how to navigate the job market, how to navigate what do I need to do to get hired or get my face in front of somebody because the last 2 months of my active duty service, I wasn't working as a Marine. I was working as a veteran trying to find ways to get a job. Applications, learning how to tailor my resume. And I was thinking that, oh, the tailoring of the resume was all I needed to do to get a job. And I'll be honest, Seven Eagle opened my eyes to one key factor that I was missing, and it was the networking piece alone. Even so much so, me building that network of adding this person, adding that person. I was on Seven Eagle Zoom calls just like this all the time, where I would just get on there and just listening to who's on there. And sometimes it's not necessarily, or we all know the saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And that's exactly what happened for me. Was I knew someone and they put me in contact with this program right here, Seven Eagle, and the biggest thing was learning how to network and how to connect. And eventually that connection piece that I developed in Seven Eagle landed me in this position where I ran across US vets. And I actually applied to the position, and it was about the networking, not just adding someone on LinkedIn, but also reaching out to them whenever they post something engaging into their content. But after I finished engaging in the content, I would either go back, make sure I view their profiles, see what opportunities are out there, and that's exactly what happened. I connected with somebody that worked for US Vets, and they ended up posting actually the position that I'm in right now, and I immediately commented on the position. Hey, I'm excited about this position. I connected with the individual who posted the position. And then they said they sent me a direct contact. Hey, this is where you need to go to apply. I applied, and I mean, the rest is history. Here we are. My career in the Marine Corps has been great, and it prepared me for this right here. The reason that I'm even in this position in the first place, truth be told, is because not enough people are like Seven Eagle. Not enough people are like U.S. vets. There are not enough people in the nation to help veterans leave the service. Everyone knows how to convince you or give you some type of idea on why you should stay in because they don't know how to tell you what to do when you do leave or what you're doing when you're trying to leave. So that's why I'm like, you know what? The same thing I did while I was in the service was be who I needed growing up And part of me growing up is becoming a veteran at some point, and that's why I'm here today, is to be that person that I needed.
Well done, man. I'm so proud of you. You absolutely kicked ass. I know you didn't have a lot of time, right, during your skill bridge. You were sort of racing the clock and didn't
Yeah.
have didn't have it, but you made the most of it, man. You put yourself out there, you took action. I love it, man. Absolutely love it. You got a great one there, Dylan, on the team. So thanks for sharing that story, Trav. So Dylan, can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself and what it's like to work in the nonprofit space, specifically in the military community?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, just right off the rip, I'm actually not military myself. I
Yep.
think Jordan, you and I both have that
Yep.
in common. But um, I actually got into the position just because in college I spent a lot of time actually listening to a lot of history podcasts and learning a lot about World War II and World War One, and ultimately, listening to a lot of testimonies from the veterans, from those in the service that were there. That led to Afghanistan, and so it got me more interested in trying to help out the military community a bit. Very interesting jumping in, not being military, and I was a little apprehensive at first, truthfully, because I wasn't sure, how am I going to be received as a, not military trying to, you know, essentially tell military what they need to do to find success, to do this, to do that. But I got to tell you, every time I work with a veteran, um, and they ask me what branch I was in and stuff like that, and I tell them I'm actually civilian, they're actually even more elated and pleased with that. Um, just I guess the idea that someone who's not military is helping out to every veteran I've encountered seems to be something pretty special. And something that they really appreciate. So that resonates pretty well with me. I really appreciate that a lot about the community. They're very welcoming, very open, military or not. And definitely learned a lot about the military community, learned a lot about different careers and everything. Jordy, I completely agree with what you said earlier about the career fairs, everything like that. I think if you're a good resource, right, good way to network, and like Travis was mentioning, networking is very important. If you're going to go to a career fair, every conversation you have is really kind of an investment into the future. You do your best to impress upon people. Chances are pretty low that they're going to offer you a job right there on the spot, but the idea is you stick out in that person's head, you impress well upon them. That when they go back to the office and they see your resume come across their desk, or in Travis's case, right, when you connect with them on LinkedIn, you remember them a little bit well, right? They
Yeah.
remember you a little bit better, you stick out a little bit more. Um, and you're just kind of out from the crowd. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's been great. I've loved it. And Travis is doing a great job. We're very happy to have him. He's doing a fantastic job so far. 3 days
I
in.
love it.
So
That's
yeah.
awesome, man. And where you mentioned earlier, all the other services that you guys provide at US Vets, where can these guys go if somebody needs legal advice on something or, wants to learn more about some of your services of resume writing or LinkedIn or
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, for one, of course, you can send me an email with questions about anything, even if it's not employment relative. We can do a handoff or referral if we know someone that can help out with that. Same with Travis. We're actually located in downtown Los Angeles at the Bob Hope Patriotic Hall, which I'm not sure how many people are familiar with the Bob Hope Patriotic Hall, but if you happen to live in downtown LA, it's a great place to go if you're a veteran because it's kind of it's a LA County building that's kind of a one-stop shop for veteran services. So on the second floor, we have the Department of Military Veterans Affairs. So if you have anything related to disability rating, need veteran on your driver's license, anything kind of VA related, you can go right in. They can help you out. On the fourth floor is myself, Travis, the rest of our team. So you can come on up for, career services. We have free legal services every Tuesday and Thursdays from 9 a.m. to 12. We have a program specifically dedicated to female veterans, which is a wonderful program. They have always really, really great stuff to be giving out to female veterans. We have a mental health program as well. You can find us here. Right next door to us is AJCC, Americans Job Center. They help out with employment as well, resume writing. They've got some funds for training as well. So if you guys are looking for help getting your, some kind of certification or your, truck driving license or what have you, chances are they probably have the funding to help you get that for free. And on the sixth floor is the Department of Mental Health. So if you want, some mental health services, you can go there. So, and anything that we don't offer, there's got to be someone in this building that knows
yeah.
someone who could help you out.
Unbelievable.
So,
Do we
yeah.
have anyone from LA on the call? I just want to see. I don't know if we do. I know we have a few from San Diego and stuff, but guys, please use these two as a resource. They're You know, you don't hesitate to lean on people who are offering to help. That's their job, it's their mission, and it's always good to have more people in your corner than less. So, I thank you guys, Dylan, Travis. Thank you so much, man. What an incredible thing you've offered to everyone today, and truly appreciate you. Appreciate Call of Duty, and we'll definitely be in touch. And we'd love to keep doing more stuff with you guys and get you more involved with all of our vets. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I can't stress enough, if you guys have any questions about anything, please do not hesitate to send an email to myself or Travis. We're more than happy any time of day. We'll answer any questions you guys have. And also by taking advantage of the grant, you're also helping keep it alive, right? And keep it
Yeah.
around for other veterans. So, you'll be helping out yourself and your fellow veteran. So
Love it.
we
That is
appreciate it,
awesome.
guys.
Thank you guys. We'll be in touch.
Yep. Appreciate it, Jordy.
Be in
Thank you,
touch.
everyone.
You got it, man. All right.